Hello and welcome to another tech series video and another unboxing. This is another one that I did not want to have to do, but unfortunately I had a motherboard die, so I had to replace it if I want to keep that PC running. So that's what we're going to open up today. I'm going to try and keep this one short and sweet, and we'll flip to the overhead already, but just a little history. This is my first 800 series AMD board. I've had a lot of the 600 series ones, and before that the 4 and 500 series, but I have not yet had one that is one of the newer 800 series ones. And the tab that you pull on this, that's supposed to just rip this thing right open, he isn't working very well. So it is what it is, but hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm going to see if I can just cut through this a little faster. There we go. I thought I'd just do it the way that, you think it should work, but it's not working. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. I'll pull this out, and it is the first white motherboard I've ever owned. I thought I'd go with what I guess they call it, the ice version, just because I do have a white case, and I decided that I'm going to use this one as my board for my gaming rig instead of the MSI I'm using now, because the MSI is a little better equipped with features, and I'll use that one more as my creator system and put in my other CPU that I haven't been using for a while. And this one will get my duties, I guess, or get its tasks will be for gaming only. That's the plan anyway. I've been wanting to separate the two for a while and just haven't got around to it. And frankly, my PC really could use a format job. Here's the wireless antenna. It has this interesting quick connect that I think is kind of neat. This board does have Wi-Fi 7. I don't have Wi-Fi 7 in my house yet, but it's on the list of things to do. Probably next year I'll upgrade to that. But there's a Wi-Fi connector, a couple of SATA cables, all the usual junk. The quick connect for all the headers off the case makes life a little bit easier because you can just plug them into here, and then this just plugs straight into the motherboard. Saves you a little bit of time and effort there. Just makes it a bit easier. A few other little gizmos, not really sure. It looks like spacers for something. Don't know what that's for necessarily. Don't really care. Of course, the Aorus emblem. Throwing that up backwards because, why wouldn't I? Yeah, a few little gizmos, little cable. Not quite sure what that's for yet, but I'll figure it out when the time comes. And of course, it looks like a thermal pad for potentially a replacement for one of the SSD slots, NVMe's. So let's get this board out, take a look at it. And it looks pretty nice in the packaging. Again, hopefully this isn't too noisy or crinkly and that the noise canceling is doing its job, because it's pretty loud. And this is a really heavy board. A lot of weight to it. So these heat sinks are massive, and all the weight is kind of right here. Not so much over here, obviously, but it's definitely a heavy board. And this is going to be my project for the weekend. So yeah, a little quick look at it. Pretty sharp looking board. I'm excited to stick this into my PC and go through it. It'll take a fresh Windows install. Been wanting to do it, like I say, for a while, because a lot of different problems going on with my PC, and I've been spending more time fixing them than it probably would have taken to just, redo the whole thing and start over with a fresh build of Windows. It's probably been 5 years since I've done that, so definitely better than the old days. For those old enough to remember or that been around using PCs back in the Windows 95, 98 era, where, as we used to say back in the day, you'd nuke and pave a couple times a year just because of problems with the OS. So anyway, That's all I've got for this one. A quick unboxing. Looking forward to giving this board a try. Looks pretty sweet, I think. Might even convince me that I have to buy a white GPU one day to match up with it, but that's a whole nother topic. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. I'm Mental9R. This is Caffeine Entertainment. Don't forget, it's time to wake up and play some games.